Listen up, recruits. This is Officer Hymus, and it's time to get ready to go to war. You gotta be ready to face Bloomlord, Fenrir, War Greymon, and yes, even yourself. Let's get this bootcamp started. Now, where it all starts, Missimon, BT14, one attacking, returning 3 cards with Dbrigade or Digi Police from your trash to the top of your deck, you will get 2000 DP. This is good to swing over 12,000, 13,000 DP. And of course, the most important thing is being able to return cards from your trash back to the deck and back ready into the battlefield. Missimon will allow you to foresee the future and change your strategy by placing option cards, Digimons, and yes, even Tamers that will help you in the following turns. Starting with our front line, we got the new Commandramon from BT14. On play, reveal top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Dbrigade or Digi Police trait among them to your hand, return the rest to the top or bottom. This is crucial because if you are going to break, you can now take 1 card and return the rest to the bottom, or if you really want all those cards, you can put them in any order and put them back on top. This is great if you need a champion or another Commandramon. You get to draw it as soon as it is your turn again. All turns once per turn, when this Digimon will leave the battle area, other than by your own effect, by deleting one of your other Digimon with Dbrigade in a trait, preventing from leaving play. This is amazing because now we have something counter Chaos Degradation. Keep in mind, you still will get deleted by DP reduction. Next soldiers in line, Commandramon from BT4. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying for its cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Perfect to keep spamming soldiers and attacking enemy lines. Unfortunately, you do want the soldier die, but with Missimon, you can keep recycling it so he never truly dies.
I'm back.
2. EX3 Commandramon with Decoy, allowing you to protect your big bodies by deleting itself. Keep in mind, you can still die by battle, it is just by opponent's effects. Again, DP reduction seems to be our enemy here, and it will not protect you from DP reduction. Last but not least, the veteran Commandramon from BT3, still a fantastic soldier, being a vanilla for a play cost of 2. There will be times where you can play it for 2, still have rush, and potentially go for game. 3000 attack power is pretty strong. He will survive more than you expected to. That is it for the front lines. Onto the cavalry, we got the new high Commandramon. When attacking, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with Dbrigade or Digi Police trait and a play cost of 3 or less among them without paying for the cost. Turn the rest to the bottom of the deck. Rule: name, also treated as Commandramon. This is very important because you can't play it from BT4 Commandramon. The inherit also protects you from leaving the battle area other than by your effect by deleting one of your other soldiers with Dbrigade in a trait. Next, Numemon. He carries poop, he looks weak, but he can win you games. Not to mention he inherits blocker, and when you on-play it and when digivolving, you can play Captain Satsuki Tamahimi from your hand as its bottom source, then giving one of your Digimon rush for the turn. This is crucial to play out your Tamers for free or for a play cost of 3 since you are playing Numemon for 3. That is why we are running 4. Up next, 3 of the Assassin Sealsdramon from EX3. Jamming is very important because you do not want it to die in battle. Inherit: when you do play another soldier with Dbrigade in a trait, it gains rush for the turn. Very good for the OG Commandramon BT3 when you do play it for 2. If you're at 2 memory and you have the Sealsdramon inherit, play it for 2, get rush for the turn, and potentially swing for game. Now, for our air support, we got Cargodramon. On play and when digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 soldier with Dbrigade or Digi Police trait and a play cost of 4 or less among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. This is good because it builds your trash, but don't worry, Missimon will help you recycle your trash. All turns once per turn. When one of your other soldiers is deleted, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. Keep in mind, you can summon the soldier high Commandramon with this effect because of the rule. And now, of course, we need tanks. Tankdramon, EX3, 2 copies, when digivolving. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Digimon card with Dbrigade in a trait and a play cost of 5 or less. Trash the rest. Keep in mind, you cannot play Numemon with this because it is not Dbrigade. It can only play Dbrigade, not Digi Police, which is why we're running only 2. This deck cycles a lot from the trash going back to your deck and a lot of search power, so you don't need that many level 5s. The inherit, your turn, once per turn. When one of your Digimon with Dbrigade in a trait attacks, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying for its cost. Trash the rest. Again, very important, you can't play the high Commandramon yet again from this effect. Now, our main firepower will come from Brigadramon. When digivolving, delete up to 7 play cost totals worth of your opponent's Digimon. That is very good because you can target multiple Digimon, so long as they add up to 7. Opponent's turn. All of your soldiers with Dbrigade in their trait gain blocker. Keep in mind, your Numemon will not become a blocker because it is only Digi Police. End of your turn. Once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play up to 7 cost totals worth of cards with the Dbrigade or Digi Police trait among them without paying for their cost. You trash the rest. Since this is boot camp, I will talk about combos later on. Last but not least, we will need Darkdramon BT4's help. Rush when it gets played. On play, return up to 5 soldiers with Dbrigade and their type from your trash to the top of your deck in any order, and for each card you return this way, gain 2 memory. Very effective because you can play it for 3 and you have Rush, and now you swing, defeating your opponent. Now, for Major Satsuki Tamahimi. Play cost of 3, so you can play it from your Digimon's effect that say play Digipolice in his trait for a play cost. Security effect, play it, start at your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Main effect, Mind Link. With one of your Digimon with Numemon or Manzemon in its name, or the Digipolice trait, places Tamer underneath its bottom source. Like so. Now why do you want to do that? Because Major Tamahimi has some kick-ass effects. All turns. While this Digimon has Numemon, Manzemon in its name, or the Digipolice trait, it gains jamming and reboot. End of all turns, you may play one Satsuki Tamahimi from this Digimon sources without paying for its cost. This is beautiful because if you do not want to get defeated yet, now you swing and you will survive. End of your turn, you may choose to script it out and have it in your battle area. Keep in mind this also works at the end of your opponent's turn. For now, we do not need any other support besides Major Tamahimi. Sometimes we have to resort to playing dirty. And in order to do that, we need 2 Death X-Mon.
Oh, that's nasty.
When your own betray you, this will be of great use to you. When you would play this cost, reduce the memory cost by 3 for each Digimon and Tamer your opponent has in play. Late game, you could play this for 3, for free, for 5, or for free. On play, when Digivolving. Digivolve 1, all of your opponent's Digimon. Then, delete all of your opponent's Digimon level 4 or lower. End of opponent's turn. Once per turn, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Keep in mind, this can be protected by Commandramon and High Commandramon's inherit of all turns once per turn. It does not require it to have Digipolice or Dbrigade in its trait. You just have to delete another soldier with Dbrigade in its trait. Do you feel terrible for resorting to such nasty means, or do you need other cards? We'll talk about other cards that you could use as well. Your soldiers must be able to throw bombs. So we got 3 DCD bombs. Main effect. Digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Then, by returning 3 cards with Dbrigade or Digipolice trait from your trash to the top of the deck, delete up to 6 play cost totals worth of your opponent's Digimon. You can delete 2 Digimons with a play cost of 3, or 3, each play cost of 2. This is good because when you use it on an ultimate, you Digivolve it into a champion, and then recycle your trash and delete the champion. Security effect, activate this card's main effect. DCD Bomb does have Dbrigade in its trait, so you can't get it from searching. However, warning. You cannot play this from your soldiers' effects because it says cost, not play cost. So we're only running 3. In order to swing for game sometimes, you need memory. So we're doing black memory boost. 3. Play cost of 3. Main, reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 black Digimon among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck. This is crucial too because if you need a Death X, you will not bottom deck it and you are able to get it, which is why I am not running Pride Memory Boost. Also, not running any other support that give you more memory besides Tamahimi. This is very crucial. Last but not least, we need our soldiers to train. Defense training. Play cost of 2. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 black card among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of your deck. Main, delay. One of your Digimon may Digivolve into a black Digimon card in your hand for its Digivolution cost, and it will Digivolve by this effect, reduce the cost by 2. Why am I not running more? As I stated before, there will be times where you drop soldiers and they need rush, or they have rush when you drop them, such as Darkdramon. Defense training does not help you with that since it reduces Digivolution cost. Black memory boost will help aid you in that, because if you are at 1 memory, you delay 1 black memory boost, now you go to 3, you can drop Darkdramon and swing for game. That is it for the military. Let's talk about some tech cards. Tech cards are other cards you can use. Iron Fisted Onslaught. Delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. Why do you want to run this? Because if there's a Quartz and or a Death X on the field, the soldiers struggle in deleting such powerful opponents. Why I choose not to run this? Because the play cost is too high, 8. But with Black Memory Boost, it could reduce it by gaining more memory. Other card you can use. Ultimate Flare. Play cost of 8. Trigger Digivolve 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon. Then delete all your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 3 or less. Keep in mind, Fenrir will be summoning Black Automons, level 4s, and they will not get deleted in this sense. Another thing is, it will not get rid of a Death X if it's on the field with no sources underneath. That is why I am not using Ultimate Flare. Next, if you don't want to run Black Memory Boost, Pride Memory Boost is also good. For a play cost of 4, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Play 1 black Digimon card with a play cost of 4 or less. A lot of your soldiers are play cost of 4 or less. You are able to play them while building your trash, and then you gain 2 memory. Why am I not running it? As I said, you will be getting rid of a lot of cards this way, such as Death X, Black Memory Boost, Defense Training, cards that you might need to help you win, and you cannot recycle them with Missimon since they do not have Dbrigade or Digipolice. Up next, Congo. Congo is very good going against Shine for DP reduction. Not only that, shackling your opponent's Tamers and not having them attack until the end of your opponent's turn, since Marcuses can become Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less. Another tech that can get used. Quartz. If you don't want to run Death X and you want to do Quartz, you can run Quartz. Quartz suspending the whole board besides itself, and then when you swing, for every 5 suspended Digimon and or Tamers, you trash 1 card from your opponent's security stack. Why am I not running Quartz? You're always going to be chipping away in some shape, way, or form. Against the matchups, Death X will be better. If you try deleting a Brigadramon can save itself from its effect. Death X will de-digivolve it and pop all the other Digimon. It really depends on your playstyle. You could burn security and win game with that, especially going against Angemon, so for that matchup, Quartz might be better. Another tech you could use is Chikurimon. All turns, players can't reduce play cost. This is excellent against Blue Flare, and of course, none other than the Royal Knights. Forcing your opponent to play full cost will give you more memory, being able to utilize your soldiers more effectively. If you feel like you are missing blockers, Commandramon from BT5 is a great option. It is a Dbrigade, and of course, it is a blocker. What's good about this is that it can attack without a repercussion. Now, let's move on to some strategies. Great opening hands can consist of rookies, Tamer, and or options that cannot be searched with their own effects. Don't worry about getting Brigadramon right off the bat. With all the searching, you will get there. If your trash has a lot of soldiers in there, Commandramon, when you swing, a good combo to do here, you can do Missimon and take any Commandramons or high Andromons is considered a Commandramon and be ready for his effect. If he gets deleted, be wary that his DP will be 3000, but if it gets deleted, these will go to the top of the deck, and now the on deletion will play one of these 3. A perfect stack to have: Commandramon, BT14, Sealdramon, EX3, Digivolve into Cardramon, and or if you're like this with jamming, go ahead and swing. Recheck. If you don't have an ultimate, you have a Digi egg, you can use his effect. And if you have Brigadramon in the trash, replacing Brigadramon on top of the deck, Digivolve to a Commandramon, and now you get to draw it. Now you're ready to go. Then, or just Digivolving into the Cargodramon, drawing the Brigadramon. After doing its own play, if you don't have a Satsuki, you can now play it from Cargodramon's effect. If not, you can play another Commandramon. And if you don't want to be suspended before you Digivolve, after the seals, just tuck Major, and now when your turn's over, after you Digivolve, you will have Reboot with protection and a Commandramon to pop. That Commandramon pops, now you can recycle and play out another Commandramon and or a high Commandramon. If your opponent leaves you at 1, end of their turn, bring out Major again, and now if they have a Digimon, you gain 1 memory. If you have a Black Memory Boost, this is why Black Memory Boost is crucial. Gain the memory, use Black Memory Boost, put yourself at 4, and now you Digivolve to Brigadramon for 4, putting you at 0. Swing with Brigadramon, tuck in Major for jamming, recycle, trash, swing with Commandramon, that's check 2, Commandramon dies. Now we play out another Commandramon, forgot about this one, move it up. If you play another Commandramon, now from seals, it gets rush, and now you got 1, 2, 3 checks, plus 4 when it got deleted. Or if you need 4 checks and don't have a Brigadramon, you will gain a memory from Major, move up to Commandramon, putting you at 2, give jamming to Cargo, swing with Cargo, swing with Commandra, and now if you need a Darkdramon, you have enough sources, recycle that. Now that you get Darkdramon, you got 1, 2, swing. If you did draw, now you got Black Memory Boost to activate, go to 4, play Darkdramon for game. That is it for the bootcamp, and if you want more strategies, make sure you're subscribed. Officer Hymus out.